Hi team, I'm Robert Dodson, World Prayr's Director of Scheduling. I'm humbled and honored that Pat wanted me to do this video. He wanted me to share my thoughts on what World Prayr was like, what it is like today, and what it may become. I joined World Prayr in May of 2009 after Pat had aggressively recruited me to become a member. I joined because of my faith. I had faith that God would do for me what I couldn't do for myself. And I also felt like I was a servant of God. And I believe to be a true member of World Prayr, one must be a servant of God. Because if we ever get that idea that we're going to get paid for this, we're going to be heartbroken, sad, and disappointed. While there may be paid jobs sometime in the future, not right now. When I started with World Prayr as a moderator, I served wherever Pat wanted me to serve on the schedule. It seemed like he was always moving me around from different days and times, but I was glad to do it and wanted to do it. I had a lot of free time, and I'm grateful that God led me to World Prayr because he knew the path that lay ahead of me. And part of that path includes World Prayr. I'm grateful that God is there for me when I need him because, like Pat, I've been through some trials and tribulations. When I started with World Prayr, it was a madhouse. Sometimes we didn't have moderators to moderate. We have that a little bit today, but we're more organized. No thank in part to Pat's wonderful foresight of creating a schedule. But when we started, we were like a dog chasing its tail or a baby crawling. You know, we didn't know where we were going. We had the vision to reconnect a broken world, but how were we going to do that? But as trial and error showed, Pat and Jason's vision began to come into focus. And today we have a very clear idea of how we are going to reconnect a broken world. But in the beginning, Pat was doing everything from monitoring and scheduling the calendar to recruiting, sending out devotionals, inspiring, and a lot of other ways being a true leader. Being as there are only 24 hours in a day, Pat soon realized that he wouldn't be able to continue the pace he was on. And I'm sure he spent a great deal of time in prayer and deep thought about how he could maintain his vision for World Prayr and yet ease the hardship on him, his family, and his health. He, I'm sure, reluctantly relinquished some of his duties to other trusted servants that came on board. And As time wore on, the team began to take on shape. God led us to some great people that serve World Prayr. Among these are Becky, Janice, Catherine, Dora, and a few others. Mark Luker, for one, Sherry Tyner. I can't think of them all, and I apologize for if I left your name out, but do rest assured that you are valued and needed. I'm grateful that World Prayr continued, because Pat could have given up a long time ago, but I'm glad he didn't, because where would any of us be today had he given up? I, for one, would be truly lost. But were it not for World Prayr, I would be still lost. And I wouldn't know of the path that I should follow. Because Pat has always had this vision of reconnecting a broken world